Well, would you look at that? H1Z1 finally made its way onto PlayStation. Well, sort of. Let's talk about this. The gameplay featured here is brought to you by Player One Coffee. Coffee made by gamers, for gamers. Use the link in the description to get 5% off any of your purchases. Alright, so they finally released H1Z1 on PS4. Now, I've actually owned this game on my PC for a long time, several years back. I bought it back when it was a $30 game, it was in early access, and it was a zombie survival game going to compete against games like Infestation and DayZ. And that's why I bought it, and it changed a lot over the years. They ended up adding a Battle Royale mode that was designed by a player unknown himself, Brendan Green, and that mode was called King of the Kill. And then they eventually split it off into its own game. Then they gave the H1Z1 title to the King of the Kill mode, or to the King of the Kill game itself, and then changed H1Z1 to just Survive. Now, the zombie survival one isn't really supported anymore. It's not out on PlayStation 4, but they've continued to support the Battle Royale mode for H1Z1. Now, I gotta preface this video in saying I absolutely hate H1Z1 on PC. I cannot stand it. With that being said, when I heard this game was coming to PS4, my initial thought was, well, at least that gives them something to compete with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds on Xbox One. So, when this dropped on PlayStation 4, I signed up for the closed beta. I wasn't able to get a key for the closed beta. They were doing most of the testing out of Europe, I believe, and I didn't end up getting a key, but it came into open beta yesterday, and I started playing it. And I noticed this when I started seeing screenshots and video clips of people playing the game while it was in closed beta and before it even came out, that this did not look like H1Z1. This did not look like the same game. And after playing it, I'm going to go ahead and say, this is not the same game. This game is not the same game as its PC counterpart. And that's a good thing, because this game is enjoyable. I'm actually having fun playing this. It looks kind of the same. The textures and all are the same. But this game plays nothing like the PC version. Almost nothing like it at all. And I'm kind of mind-blown, because when PUBG came to Xbox One and I played it, while it was 6 months behind in updates, it was still PUBG. It was PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and they modified it just enough to make it work with the controllers. With H1Z1, this is not even the same game. This does not play anything like the original game. The music's kind of the same, the ambient sounds in the backgrounds, the sound effects, the textures, they're all the same, but when it comes to just the gameplay in general, I don't even understand what's going on. I don't understand why this is so enjoyable and why the PC version isn't, and I'll discuss that a little bit here with you. For starters, the biggest problem I have with H1Z1 on PC is the time to kill, the TTK. It's way too fast. In order to find, you have to be really lucky to find armor in H1Z1 on the PC. And you can actually get the stuff to break down and craft makeshift armor, and that's, somewhat good. It's somewhat doable. But I mean, that's what you have to do. You have to find and scavenge stuff and break it down to make armor. Now, I like that aspect of it. I do. But it's also that makes it very difficult for you to actually find armor. For you to find laminated, bulletproof armor. It's very difficult to do, as opposed to the PS4 version where you don't craft the makeshift armor. You can just find it. And it's a lot easier to find pieces of armor to help you survive in this. Now, with full armor, with a helmet and laminated armor, with the full armor, you get shot twice with an AR-15 in the PC version. From a mile away, you're dead. I mean, the TTK is so high that you can spend 30 minutes not finding a single opponent, and then as soon as you do, all they've got to do is hit you twice. And it's mostly about luck, because it's very RNG. You can see here, look how small my reticle is in this video with this AR-15. Now, you can get hit by somebody that's smaller than that dot, and it's all luck. If you see somebody moving, you can just aim in that general direction and fire, and you may hit them, you may not. But it's also very hard to aim, because look how small that reticle is. And there is no really good aim ADS. There's no good aim down sights. I mean, you can go into first-person mode, but it's not functional whatsoever in this game. Now, on the PS4 version, you don't have this really crappy third-person aiming with a super tiny reticle. If you go to aim down sights, or you left trigger, you're going to aim down your sights through a hollow sight. You're actually going to be able to tell where you're aiming at. And it's not so much based on luck and RNG as it is about skill. that in the TTK is so much higher, you can actually get in a gunfight and survive. Whereas an H1Z1 on PC, if you get hit first, you're more than likely going to die. It's fast-paced, and they do that on purpose, and it makes for really fun gameplay when you're a pro, but if you're not a pro, you're not going to enjoy yourself at all playing H1Z1 on PC. Which is actually the biggest problem with this game on PC, is that it's been around for so long that the people that are good at it are really good at it and are still playing it religiously. So most of the time you'll get into a server and you'll end up just completely getting owned by these guys that have been playing this game for so long. So if you do get a kill, it's either luck or usually you've ran into somebody else that's new like you, and that's even rare because a lot of people, like new players, are playing this game on PC and then immediately leaving because they're just not enjoying themselves. And that's the biggest problem with the PC version of the game, is it's not very enjoyable when you're going up against people that have been playing the game religiously for 5 years and they're one-shotting you or two-shotting you as soon as you get in the game. I mean, nobody wants to spend, 2 minutes in a wait lobby, then 20 minutes running around trying to find somebody just to get shot in a split second and killed, and then have to wait and do it all over again without actually being able to, figure out what you did wrong. And that's what I like about the PS4 version, is you can get in a gunfight and you can actually, win. So that's one thing I'm really glad they changed on PS4. I'm hoping that the people that play religiously on PC don't somehow get influence on the PS4 version and make them change this, because if the TTK ends up anything like the PC version on PS4, it's going to lose players, because nobody wants to play a game where you spend more time running than you do actually being able to engage. So hopefully they keep it the way it is, or even if they just balance it a little bit better. I think the way it is on PS4 right now is great. Another thing in the PS4 version that's not in the PC version is like the weapon rarity and the way the weapons glow. They don't do that in the PC version at all. I saw this in the video clip and I was watching it, I'm like, that looks like guns from Fortnite. How when you open a crate and there's like, you hear radio static, and then you can go and you can open it and then weapons like pop out of it and ammo and whatnot, and they've got rarity levels and you can tell how powerful they are based on that rarity level. The PC version's not like that. The guns are just laying around. They don't glow a certain color. I mean, that doesn't even exist in the PC version. And also the whole crates with the radio, that doesn't exist in the PC version. So I'm really like having a hard time, like, why did they change so much from the PC version to the PS4 version? Now, don't get me wrong, I like the changes that they made for the PS4 version. I would like to see them take those changes over to the PC version. I know it's not going to happen, but I'd like to see it. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this. So far, I'm loving the PS4 version of this game. It gives me a reason to turn my PS4 back on because, all my PS4 games are single-player games. Those are the main ones I play. I don't play a lot of multiplayer games on PS4, and other than I play some games with Nathan from time to time. But I really don't have a reason to dust it off and turn it on because most of my single-player games that I like for the PS4 I've already beat. But this gives me a reason to turn it back on and play it. And I'm actually, like I said, I'm shocked at how different this game is compared to the PC version. So if you've played the PC version, and if you're like me and absolutely thought it was terrible, I'd recommend checking this out if you got a PlayStation 4, because it's not like the PC version. It plays a lot better, and it's got a lot better mechanics in it. Now, I really wish they would add the crafting mechanic into this somehow. I don't see how it's possible. They've got pretty much all the buttons mapped out already, but I'd like to see them at least attempt it and see if they can figure something out. But that's my thoughts on this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will hopefully have another video up tomorrow. So I'll see you guys next time.